everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about ideas for a better world. The war between Russia and Ukraine. The volcano eruption in Japan. Different kinds of animals are becoming extinct. Dirty water and bad air quality. It seems like the world is facing many dangers these days. The world is where we live, and we should be the protectors of the world. We cause damage to the world, and now we have to fix it. We can't say that every danger is man-made. The world will end. No one could change it. But what anyone could do is to make it last longer. That's what we need to focus on. I think some of the danger that the world is facing are wars between countries and the pollution we have caused. Let us consume the war between Russia and Ukraine. Many young lives have been sacrificed in this war. The soldiers are young and fresh. They shouldn't be dead. Nobody wants to die. Everyone is afraid of death. Everyone wants peace. However, we cannot stop war because everyone has a different opinion and nobody will agree with each other if they have their own idea. But I think wars are just using force to let others trust in your own opinion, and this is ethically and morally not right. Humans invented languages to communicate with each other, but if we don't communicate with each other and just use force, what's the point of speaking then? The next thing I'm going to talk about is pollution. This is one of the most serious danger to the world. Sea pollution and air pollution. Pollution causes great damage to all living things on Earth. And what we need to do is try to reduce it and reverse it fast. One way to make it is try to reduce the things that we consume every day. But also, we can maximize the value of the things that we need every day. The less stuffs we need, the less stuffs were made, and the less pollution the world will get. Humans created pollution, and I believe that humans have the ability to stop it. Finally, I want to say, to make a better world, we need to put all our attentions besides us. And it is not the world, it is our world. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Nikisha. It is a pleasure to be here today to share some of my ideas for a better world. We all know that the world faces many challenges, from climate change and poverty to inequality and conflict. However, I believe that we can overcome this challenge by working together and implementing practical solutions. Before I share off my ideas for a better world, I would like to share with you one of my favorite quotes from Japanese animated series, The Prince of Tennis. It goes like this: when people first start playing tennis, they all practice until dark. No matter how badly they were fixed, they still thought it was fun. At that time, people play tennis perfectly. But as they grow up, they learn to avoid mistakes and play safely in order to win. Unconsciously, people forgot the original intention at the times. Here are the things I want to emphasize. It is the importance to keeping the original intention in the mind. Often, when we embark on a project or initiative, we might lose the sight of our original goals and become sidetracked by other priorities. Therefore, it is crucial to always stay focused on our original purpose and ensure that our action align with our value and vision. Thus, prioritizing sustainability in all aspects of our life can definitely lead to a better world. we must recognize that our actions have a profound impact on the environment, and we must take responsibility for reducing our carbon footprint. This means consuming less and investing in renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. We also need to take action to protect our natural sources, including forests, ocean, and freshwater sources. Another idea for a better world is to promote education and equal opportunity for all. Education is a fundamental right and an essential tool for improving people's lives. We must ensure that everyone, regardless of their social or economic background, has access to quality education. By doing so, we can create a more informed and skilled workforce and empower individuals to make a positive impact on their communities. Finally, we need to cultivate a culture of empathy and kindness. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with negative news, it's easy to lose sight of our good in people. However, I believe that by focusing on common humanity, we can build a bridge and find a solution to our shared challenges. We need to prioritize understanding and compassion in our daily interactions and work toward create a society that values kindness and respect. In conclusion, a better world is possible if we take action and implement practical solutions by keeping the original intention, prioritizing sustainability, education, equality, and kindness. We can create a world that is more equitable, justice, sustainable. I encourage each and every one of you to take action, whether it's through small acts of kindness or a larger scale initiative. Together, we can build a better world for ourselves and for the future generation. Thank you.
The world is vast and has such long history. Humanity has faced many problems, but managed to solve most of them perfectly. Still, there are a lot of issues we are challenging. For example, global warming, the increasing population, lack of resources, etc. Meanwhile, some people hardly notice microcosmic facts, which are hidden in our daily life. Hello everyone, I am Hu Pan from OTIA, and today I'll be mainly talking about one popular problem among teens. As data proved, almost 20 kids out of 100 will get mental issues nowadays. The worst thing is that this rate kept growing. This is a classic issue, which data proved that 27.2% of teens from age 10 to 19 have depression. A teen with mental issue might negatively influence the society. For instance, an unstable family, lack of effectiveness during work, and isolation between people. There must be something done to prevent this from happening. But first, we must start with the reason, then continue to the solutions. In the modern world, where the conditions for most families are better than before, but the development of technology and society started to push people and give them a lot of stress. Parents are the ones who are directly affected by it, which might cause the lack of attention to teens. At this point, when teens face stress alone, they cannot manage to solve it by themselves, as they haven't yet got the ability to do so. Then pressure slowly piles up inside a teen's mind and causes a serious issue. As I've mentioned, the current society situation didn't only bring stress for parents, it affects teens indirectly too. And another significant influence is from this environment. It is clear that in schools or from a group of teens, you can always find someone who felt unfit in this area. I am studying junior high school at the moment, and regarding to this popular question among teens, I have to say that at least 10% of my friends once admitted that they had this problem. One of my best friends once told me that how badly she felt when going to school, the isolation from friend groups that she doesn't belong to, and somebody talking behind her back made her almost catch anorexia. However, the environment can be a big deal on our mental health too. I've already mentioned 2 reasons that cause a teen's mental issue. Since we've already known them all, we should start to find solutions now. For the first situation, the responsibility is on the parents. To be a good parent, the first thing is to encourage the child and give the right amount of pressure instead of putting all the stress on them. Communication in the right language is the most important thing to have at this point. With a combination of both cases, the suggestion for parents are try to learn more or open their eyes to the modern teen's daily life. Treat teens as an adult to bring relationship closer to avoid mental problems. And the last is to find the real demand for teens. The last situation refers to the external environmental impact. We cannot predict or change easily. Even though the society now is different than the animals' world, but we still have to follow the rule of survival of the fittest. We either adapt or we actually have the opportunity to change our environment. In conclusion, the rate of teens who have mental problems is increasing nowadays, which will affect the society from developing. There are 2 main reasons for it, one from parent and one from the environment. To prevent situations like this, communicate with your parent more will be a good choice. At the meanwhile, parents should care more about their child too, and bring the right amount of stress instead of putting all the stress on a teen. My speech will end here. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello everybody, I'm Coco from Class 5D, Olive Tree International Academy. Today, I want to talk to you about world peace. Cherish peace. Peace is always an eternal thing on the earth. People around the world are firmly opposed to war and yearn for peace. However, there are still war in some corners of the world, where the flowers no longer bloom, the birds no longer sing, and the sky no longer blue. Suffering a lot. Many people are driven away from homes to cities and houses destroyed. Today, we Chinese people are fortunate to live in this era of peace. But we can never forget that countless revolutionary Matthews gave their life to gain today's peace, so that we can have a happy life. Therefore, we have to be thankful for that we have. Today, we have to cherish and maintain the hard-won peace, as a famous Chinese writer said that peace isn't an ideal and dream, but the wish of millions and millions of people that appeal to all the people in the world. To work together and achieve peace. Let's hope the white doves of peace always fly in the blue sky. Thank you for listening. Hello everybody, I'm Coco from Class 5D, Olive Tree International Academy. Today, I want to talk to you about world peace. Cherish peace. Peace is always an eternal thing on the earth. People around the world are firmly opposed to war and yearn for peace. However, there are still war in some corners of the world, where the flowers no longer bloom, the birds no longer sing, and the sky no longer blue. Suffering a lot. Many people are driven away from homes to cities and houses destroyed. Today, we Chinese people are fortunate to live in this era of peace. But we can never forget that countless revolutionary Matthews gave their life to gain today's peace, so that we can have a happy life. Therefore, we have to be thankful for that we have. Today, we have to cherish and maintain the hard-won peace, as a famous Chinese writer said that peace isn't an ideal and dream, but the wish of millions and millions of people that appeal to all the people in the world. To work together and achieve peace. Let's hope the white doves of peace always fly in the blue sky. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, I'm Mike from 6C. The topic I'm going to talk about is human with artificial intelligence. Future is full of mystery and uncertainty. We all hope that the future will be better. The area I want to explore is artificial intelligence. First of all, China is facing a problem, aging. People who were born in the previous fertility climax are now older, leading to more elderly people. What will happen? The most typical consequence is that the labor force will be smaller. It leads to an imbalanced development of income and expenditure. So, it is possible for us to replace the labor force with AI. There are many successful cases like Tesla Motors Factory. Furthermore, we should make AI more humanized, such as robots that can interact with elderly, such as chat robot, dance robot, and walking robot. Because most elderly are lonely, they need someone to accompany them. But the old people don't have much affection for machines. What they really need is the company of their children, so the AI can only help in the convenience of life. After the question of aging, I would say AI can do more things, like unmanned driving. The unmanned driving, it makes more convenient for people to travel because it can reduce traffic congestions and the possibility of traffic accident so that people with disabilities can also travel. Finally, I hope that in the future, people, beings, and artificial intelligence can work together to make the world a better place. Thank you for listening.
Alright. Hello, I'm Humphrey from OTIA. Have you ever think about some question like, does the world truly exist? Are we fake? Are we tricked by someone? Are you fake? Am I fake? These questions and ideas truly affect our study, working, and living. Because if the world is fake, what's the point we study hard? What's the point we work? And what's the point we live? To work out this question, give me a moment. First, one thing for sure, that you truly exist and you are true. Because whatever the world is, it's true or fake, it exists or not exist, there must be a being that truly exists. It may think in the world, it may feel in the world, it may be tricked, but there must be a feeling. There must be a being. Try to imagine that. If you are not exist, who is watching my video? Who is listening to my speech? And who is thinking about this question? And that is also what Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. Now, although we proved that we truly exist, the world isn't be proved. Is the world true or fake, exist or not exist? Using the same way, there must be a world. Think of that. If the world is fake, how can you see the world? How can you hear the world? And how can you smell the world? These seeing, hearing, and smelling, they are truly exist. Furthermore, they are not produced by you or made by you. So, where are they from? They are from the world outside you. To conclude, we proved ourselves and the world truly exists since we can truly think and feel of them. Wait a moment. I think them is not a very suitable word. It should be called us. We are truly exist. So now it's time to study hard, to work, to share ideas, to change the world. Because nothing can confuse you and stop you, as we truly exist.